Lord. Hello, knockout. Oh, my God. My God, I'm tired. All right, let me. Oh, God, I'm so tired. All right. Hey. Hey, Ivana. Oh, God. Let me turn off the AC. I'm actually just walking in the house. I just got out of my Uber. The Uber driver helped me bring my laundry inside. Hold on for 1 second. Let me turn off the AC. Oh, all right. Let me try to move this back some because it's all up on me. All right. So, oh God. Listen, I have on my wrap skirt around my neck because I went and I did all of my laundry today. Okay. So listen. Oh my God, I gotta kick off my shoes. All right, good evening, everyone. So, I'm on the road right now. Oh God, I'm on the road right now. So I was going to do the dust hour, but when I'm on the road, I always feel jittered when I'm like driving and stuff. Oh God, you know this RV life. Oh, oh, it really it takes stamina. It takes stamina. Like we're all like, oh, RV life, yeah, 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 but it takes stamina because I'm tired. I've been on the road for a week now. Oh, I've been on the road for a week. Oh my God, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. All right, so here we are. The dust hour is postponed. We'll do the dust hour. We'll do the dust hour. Just not today. I'm so tired. This is my laundry. That and that. This is my laundry. Plus I had like another a duffel bag, a tote bag. Oh, okay. So I want you all to give me your feedback on the dust hours that we have had. You know what? You can give me feedback on anything, really. We can talk about the dust hour. Oh, Lord, Spotty's a single Pringle. You better be careful. Because they say once you pop, you can't stop. Ain't that the Pringle slogan? I heard you say you were single, what was it, the night before last, Ivana? But I want to get this because you defended that man. Like, what was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio when that bear beat him up? You defended that man like the bear inside of that movie. What was the name of that movie? It had some weird name. It had some weird name. But Leonardo DiCaprio was in some movie like 3-4 years ago where this bear beat him down. That is how Ivana was defending that man. So don't try to talk bad about him now. Don't try to talk bad about him now. Listen, you know what? And the sad part is yes, the Reverend or whatever it was called. Is it called the Revenant? Whatever. It was some weird. I don't even know what that means. So you defended that man like that to you about you do however you want to do it, sis. Cause this is the second time you've told us about what? Because first the man was lazy, then the man was jealous of you, then you talking about the man was he's a go getter and all of this. So then you attacked us like that bear. You remember how that bear was like whoa, whoa, and then when Caprio rolled over on the ground, it poked him some more and was like whoa, whoa. That was Ivana defending that man. So no, don't come here now talking about you some single Pringle. Don't come here talking about that now because I don't want to hear it. Because I'm still healing. We're healing from those slash marks. Just like in that movie when that man they had to go put them leaves on him. I don't know how he survived without antibiotics. This is what I'm saying. If that type of stuff is true, we need to bow down to the feet of Native Americans because if they could heal a man without antibiotics, the way that man was all sliced up, Mm-mm. Because back in the days, people would get a toothache and then die from infection. So all of that, there's pick me's in here now. What's going on? No, you know what? I'm not gonna. Ivana wasn't a pick me. She was just in love, young and in love. You know, you can't tell them girls nothing. And then he had some bomb pianist. So, so his bomb pianist was. Listen, girl didn't know how to act. Guess what? I drank today for the first time. Boron. You all know borax, boys and girls. Thank you. You know what? Yeah, so Patina, I got that email. I was actually watching it when I was waiting for the Uber. And that girl is distraught about that boy. Apparently, he had some stuff going on with him. I know. Who are we talking about? Who's the pick me? I'm taking my supplements right now, my magnesiums and stuff. I drank borax for the first time today. Borax is boron, which is a chemical mined from the earth. It's on the periodic table, and it's depleted from much of our soil, so our vegetables don't have it in there anymore. No, Ivana's not a pick me. She's just young. I don't think you can call a 22-year-old a pick me. I think you have to be 30 and over to be a pick me because you got to know better. You got to know better. I don't think Ivana knows better yet. She doesn't know better yet. She doesn't know better yet. She's young. Oh, okay. So now, okay. So she bought my course. Will my man be wealthy? And then the next thing you know, now she's single and dating med students and neurosurgeons. Hey, listen, go girl. Go girl. So borax, they use it, and you know what? And you can use it on your clothes because it gets rid. It's a neutralizer. It gets rid of inflammation inside of your body. I drank it for the first time today. Go watch YouTube videos on it because people will tell you all sorts of things. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, 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 oh. Right? I drank it for the first time today, and in one day, the pain in my knees, not so much the pain, but the stiffness in my knees has already eased up in one day. I know it's impossible. I know it's impossible, but this is how it happened. Cause like typically when I stand up, cause you know I stand up. Oh wait, it's back! It's back! Oh Lord, I gotta take some more tomorrow. I I gotta take more tomorrow. I gotta take more tomorrow. I gotta take some more tomorrow. You know what? I think people have been saying PCOS, that it works very well with PCOS and people who have autoimmune diseases like lupus, etc. Go and look it up. Go and look it up. Don't take my word. Don't take anybody's word for it. Time right now where there's so much going on. Like I take iodine supplements, and since I've been taking the iodine supplement, and the iodine supplement regulates your thyroid. Boron helps regulate your parathyroid. So it's supposed to, like, you all see that I've been cheekbones getting so sharp. They're getting so sharp. Look, you see that? Oh, you said line. Listen, I don't know why I have to behave the way that I do sometimes. I don't know. I don't know. Turpentine and sugar. My mother gave me turpentine and sugar once when I was a little girl. They said that I had some sort of parasite. I don't know about turpentine now. You got to do what you feel is right. You know what? I use borax. I used the same borax that I drank today. I used it on my clothes, and the colors came out vibrant. The like vibrant. The dirt was gone, and the colors were vibrant because you know my sports bras are very bright colored. and it just was just boom. But anyway, oh, I'm doing this broadcast not to talk about laundry and stuff, but to find out feedback from you all. What are your thoughts on the dust hour? What can we do to improve the dust hour? What can we do to improve the dust hour? It'll remove any bacteria or fungus. Oh, how nice. You know, the borax that you get inside of the box, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. It's boron. It's called something, 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 pentahydrate, something, something, something. And so you just have to do your own research because there's a way to mix it. You put in a teaspoon in a quart of water, and then that's your solution, of which you mix it up, and then you drink 1 teaspoon, 1 to 2 teaspoons in the morning. I drank 1 teaspoon today. I think I did 2 teaspoons today. I think I did 2 teaspoons today. Um, and after I drank it, like my knees, like when I was standing up, my knees felt good. I was like, yeah, I like this. Oh wait, no, no. Oh, look at my rose. It's like the xylophone. So yes, so it's not. So it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better than it was before. And just in one day, I've heard people say that they think that it helped them. If they, that they think that as soon as they took it, that some of their pain started going away, like if you have arthritis and stuff like that. And I was like, nah, that can't be. But then I took some myself. I was not doing no splits mid-air. I don't know who are we talking about? Not me. Feedback. Feedback. What's your feedback on the dust hour? What are some things that we can do to make the dust hour better? Because one thing that I noticed is like that one of the calls last week, the guy seemed like he was pranking us. You know, Purple Rain is in pain 24/7. Well, you know what? Go do your freezing. Who else would be freezing? It's so hot. I don't know. You must be in Canada. Or in the below the hemisphere, below the equator, because below the equator we have opposite seasons. Yeah, somebody is like, what? Somebody, Ivana's saying, you are picking if you want a video on how where to attract more high caliber men. How? Oh Lord, are you all still arguing in the comments about whether or not Ivana is a pick me because she was defending her man? I'm sorry, but defending your man is a lot different than being out there single. First of all, you're supposed to defend your man. That's what you do. If you can't defend your man, why are you with him? If you gotta be like, yeah, you right, why are you with him? You're supposed to defend your man. That doesn't make a person a pick me. A pick me is somebody single who sits there hoping to be chosen, so they throw their gender under the bus. They throw other women under the bus in. I thought I heard a fly. Because when I opened up the door, I thought I saw a fly fly in. And you know I don't like flies. You know I don't like flies. I thought I saw a fly fly in, but and I thought I heard that sound. Any of you out there got children who are reading that Fly Guy and Fly Girl book series? So it's this guy. This guy has a pet fly. This pet fly is always getting into something. What? Wendy Williams is crying again. What in the world? Crying about what? What is Wendy crying about? About? Yes, a pet fly. The books are so silly. The books are so silly. I miss my nieces. Oh God. So now after her half a hot girl summer, now Wendy Williams is turning the key to her place and she's alone. Good. Good. so that now she can finally learn how to be with herself. Um, oh Lord. You know what? When I was at the laundromat, when I was at the laundromat, they were playing oh my God. Let me tell you something. When I was at the laundromat, four things. One, that guy who used to be security on him, Jerry. The guy who was security on Jerry's show has his own show. I don't know if this is what he does every show, but today he had a show with parents coming in and taking lie detector tests to see if they touch their children inappropriately for their adult gratification. And this man had me crying up there in the doggone laundromat because there was a father on there who failed the lie detector test 3 times. 3 times about inappropriate contact with his daughter. And I cried at how, like, what like your daughter, and I cried thinking of what it is that she's going to have to go through mentally to recover from something like that. And he was up there denying it, swearing to God, saying he'll pay for another lie detector test. And Steve was like, "How many tests did you take?" 3 tests. He failed that question 3 times, right? And I was weeping. I didn't weep, just a tear or two fell down my eyes. And it was sad. And but then Steve was screaming at him, so then I felt a little bit better. I felt better, like my tear sucked back up into my eye when he started, because he was like, "Get this man off out my studio!" And because he was like, "Eat a hot meal, sleep in a soft bed, because when they arraign you, you are never gonna have those things again." And I was like, "Yes, Steve, get in his get in his ASS." And then so I was like, "Yeah, yeah." It's weird to see him with a show though, because I still see him as security in my mind. That's what I still see him as. And then I saw Trump, this bottom hole. I cursed out loud. This man made me cursing mad. I cursed out loud, and then I looked over, and there was like a Caucasian couple that looked up at me because I was like, this effing fool," because because Trump was, or they put up a clip of Trump saying that no, that he has been the best to Puerto Rico than any human being ever in history. And I couldn't contain myself. I cussed, and I was like, I don't know what these Caucasians gonna do, because they looked away real quick. Because I was like, I thought that when they walked out the door, that they were gonna be like, "Make America great again." Because I told you all when I went undercover into when I went undercover into Republican country, like out in these areas in the outskirts, this is where you find those diehard Republicans, right? And so I was like, I didn't know what they were gonna do or say, and I was like, am I willing to physically fight people over my feelings about Trump? I'm like, I ain't gonna get into no damn fist fight over Trump. And then these country folks be packing arms too, just looking for the opportunity to shoot down a black person. I ain't messing with these people. So I was just like, and they turned away. And then I started talking to because I startled the people that were near me. There was a Latino family that was near me, and I explained to them why I screamed out. And they were like, "Oh, oh." And then they packed up their clothes and they left. And then after that, I saw that there's a hurricane heading towards either Puerto Rico, Florida, or the Caribbean. And I was like, what in the world? That single dad wanted to have an ongoing conversation, so you never know. What single dad are we talking about? Oh, no. You know what? You all need to know when you're being lied to. That single father was a manipulator. He was a manipulator and a liar. And there were some women that thought that he was telling the truth and felt bad for him. This is how some of you women go out there and you get caught up in goddamn nonsense. This is how I don't get caught up in nonsense, because I listen to my intuition. You're going to stand there listening to some words that a man says. Listen to the feeling you have on the inside. Yeah, that single father, he was a liar. He was a liar. He was a liar. Okay, so Florida, the hurricane is supposed to come to Florida. So about attracting more men of means. I mean, you really just have to. What's alarming, I didn't know before moving to Houston that Hispanics classify as white. You see it so much in some of their attitudes too, very different from New York. Well, Hispanic is not a race, so there are white Hispanics. Hispanic just means Spanish speaking. So there's white Hispanics, there's black Hispanics, and there are biracial and multiracial Hispanics and Latinos. Hispanics means Spanish speaking. Latino just means of Latin origin. So technically, they would put down, because there's only three races: Caucasoid, Mongoloid, and Negroid. There's only three races. Everybody else is a mixture or a component of those. Mexicans are Mongoloid. Indians, Mongoloid. Native Americans, Mongoloid. Black Africans, Negroid. Black Caribbeans, Negroid. Black Latinos. So they classify as white. They classify as white Hispanic, and then there's white non-Hispanic. So Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is Italian. A dust hour for dusty families and friends. Okay. And then also, there's a debate going on about whether or not the people who put the dusty people on the hot seat, whether or not they should be identified. What are your thoughts on that? Identify one, anonymous two. Put up your votes. Identify one, anonymous two. And then, so what are your thoughts about this transgender situation that I put up the video for earlier? So please only vote one time. So most of you think that they should be identified. So they should be able to decide to. Yeah. So tell me, what are the pros? Oh, yeah, like that girl. Oh my God. You know what? That girl texted me back and was like, Tonya, did you call me from a block number? I was like, no. I didn't call you from a block number. You, and then she had us assist her in her doggone stalking. And it seems like so the women wanted you to harass their exes. Yeah. Yeah, it did seem like that. It did seem like that. It did seem like that. Yeah, it did. It did seem like that. So you think they call in? Okay, so what I can think of, if we could pontificate. I'm gonna turn on the phone lines in case any of you want to call in. I gotta get on my hotspot. Hold on. Okay. So the what am I trying to say? I'm so tired. So what you call it? The pro I can think of will be able to have more entertainment. The people will call in, and the person who's being accused will know who's accusing them. That's one. Two, so that's the pro. The con that I can think of is that it'll make less people come forward, because I think part of the reason that some of these conversations are left unsaid is because people don't want to confront. they don't want to be confrontational behind the scenes. So will people still submit to the numbers that they submit before? If they know, and then if they know that they have to also get on the hot seat. So, oh wow, so something like that happened to other people in the audience. Yeah, you know what? That guy was just foul. That guy was foul. So you leave a person in a restaurant because what? First of all, he was choosing the restaurants. He chose the restaurants. All right. All right. I'm going to turn on the phone lines. Mm, mm, mm. Thank you. I put this on because I wanted to wash everything else that I had. They blocked that door on the dust ball. I don't know what that means. They blocked the door on the dust ball. That drink is called it's my raspberry vinaigrade. All right. Videos for the word recipe. You'll see it there. Search my videos for the word recipe. What are your thoughts on that transgender situation we had earlier? That was crazy. It's crazy how people are in the comments acting like a person can't feel bullied and have mental health issues. I mean, anybody who commits suicide is mentally unwell. So I don't really see how that's the end of the answer. All right, phone lines are open 323-488-3149. Oh my God. Someone was calling me from a 404 number back to back to back on Friday. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 missed calls. Look, when I'm off, I'm off. You're on the air live. What's your name?
Hey, this is Ivana.
I knew. You know what? I knew you were gonna be the first one to call in because you want to talk about this situation. Let me turn on the Bluetooth. Why are you
Clean up a
involved?
little bit.
What about now? Why are you involving us in your song?
Interesting single?
Yes. So what I know you're just itching, you chomping at the bit to tell us what happened. So what happened, Ivana? How did you end up single as a Pringle, huh?
Single as a Pringle. Well, my 21st birthday was 2 Wednesdays ago, and
Oh,
the
she's
weekend
not
before my
22
birthday.
anymore. She's the big 2-3. She getting old. Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
like all the time leading up to my birthday, he was saying that he was going to get me a big gift, but the week before my birthday too, he had gotten bad news about his engineering major. He was basically going to need to change his major, which was kind of sad. It was sad for him because he was feeling like he wasn't going to be able to fulfill his dreams. So I felt bad, but he was saying that he was going to do all this nice stuff for my birthday because I haven't gotten to see him that much this summer. So my birthday came and there was nothing. So I was just like, one, mortified about that. Two, we had like gotten into a big argument, kind of. I guess it was a disagreement about him allowing me to help him, but I also was feeling like he wasn't going to be capable of not getting screwed over by his counselors. And I used to be an academic peer advocate, so I was basically I was in charge of looking at people's schedules and making sure they were on the path of success. So I was just getting irritated with that. Also, his mom was like contacted me the day after my birthday and was like, hey, can you talk to the administration at your guys' college to see if he really got into this other program? And I'm just like sitting here like, if your mom can't trust you, then I definitely can't trust you if she feels like you've been on a lying trend and she doesn't believe that you're telling the truth about academic stuff. And she even contacted me today, and I was like, we've broken up. Like, she was still trying to figure out if he was lying about something else. And I'm like, this is too much. And I was telling her that day, I was like, I really don't know why he started on this lying trend about academic things, but it's not acceptable. And she even told me, like, yeah, don't waste your precious time because you're so brilliant. And if you end up leaving him, it's his loss and blah, blah, blah. So I broke up with him 2 seconds later. It was like a brick wall hit me in the face.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing your story.
Yeah. I hope it wasn't too long.
I ain't arguing with you all no more and make myself look bad. So thank you for sharing your story. What was the face? Which face did you all agree on? Was it this face? The Asian eye face? Thank you for sharing your story, Ivana. Does this look sincere?
You. I wanted to know if you think that you'll ever do like an advice hour.
So did you go call him for advice on this? What?
Yeah, because I'm dating now. I haven't dated since I was with him for 5 years. Literally
really?
On my 18th birthday. Yeah.
Oh. So your birthday is your anniversary too? So he missed your anniversary too? Damn.
Well, it was my anniversary of meeting him. I met him on my 18th birthday, but we started going out September 11th.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely done with him, but it's weird to be back out in the dating world. And
well, you know what? I don't believe you yet. I don't believe you.
Oh I put it on Facebook. I put it on my Snapchat, my Twitter. I told all my family and friends right away. He's been trying to get back with me, but I'm like, no, that's fun on different days. It's official.
You know what? Let him come there with some gray sweatpants on, jumping up and down while that banana hitting his thigh. We're gonna hear another phone call about how you backslid. So we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
Not unless he comes and he says, I actually got. Other than that, no. But it is hard to date older than me, not older, but older than me, because they are starting to get, I don't know, they're not as, like, physically fit, so that part is hard, but I'm trying to...
Why don't you just find a person who is physically fit, then? Go to one of these yoga parties that they be having. Maybe yoga parties are not the right place.
I did meet one guy at the gym that's, like, super physically fit, and he's Nigerian, and he has a MBA, but he's, like, very, I don't know, I think he's almost too flirtatious to the point where I feel like he's probably a player.
Oh,
so it's hard probably for what I'm looking for. I want somebody that's, like, super attractive, has a lot of money, but they're, like, kind of shy about me. I don't know.
What do you mean shy about you?
So, like, some of the guys that I'm dating, they're, like, kind of, I don't know, they just think, like, oh, she's so beautiful, and, like, they're just not so, like how some guys will just flirt with you right off the bat and be trying to, be a little bit overly flirtatious when they first meet you. That almost turns me off because I'm like, dang, are they like this with everyone?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
overly friendly. Yeah.
Somebody in the audience said this
like,
girl is so 23. Why do you say that?
What did she say?
She said you are so 23.
Oh my gosh. What makes me so
I don't know, probably because you want somebody who is super attractive with all of these muscles and has this money and all of this stuff. I can imagine that was at the top of my list when I was.
Yeah, especially since I'm an athlete. I go to gymnastics every other day of the week. I'm trying to get my body as
Ain't you
best as I,
old for
as strength.
gymnastics though?
Huh?
Ain't you old for gymnastics?
Well, I'm old for like competing, but I take
Oh,
like adult gymnastics, and I take another class called fitnastics, which is gymnastic style as an adult, and a lot of
oh,
people
okay.
do it. Um, yeah, especially since I did it in college, I haven't lost all of my juice, I guess, to be able to do it. It's not the same as when I was 15, though. I'll say that.
Oh, I see, I see. Listen, child. So, listen, no.
What advice do you have for me?
What advice are
If
you
you
looking
have
for?
any.
What advice are you looking for?
Hmm. I guess just how to navigate now in the dating world. Like any advice about that since I've been out of the game for so long.
Well,
Or or do you think I should take time? Because some of my friends are like, don't date, just stay to yourself. But I've been focusing on myself already. I felt like.
well, it really depends. It depends. Listen, I don't know. I don't think people really want my advice, so why am I going to be giving it? I don't think people really want my advice. I get cussed
I
out.
really want it. I would like you to do a advice hour show. I would love it.
Okay, I have to schedule an advice hour. But if we do it an advice hour,
Yes.
you can't come and take up the whole hour.
I'm not. I promise. I just
Mhm.
want to mention one thing. Your book has really transformed things for me. And I really feel like my life is on a different trajectory path after doing the self love affirmations every single night. I do it too. So I really appreciate
Okay.
it.
Yeah, the book is magic. The book, I'm telling you, the book is magic. I
Yes.
still I use it. Make sure you leave a review on Amazon because most people aren't leaving their reviews. You know.
Yeah, I'm going to leave a really good review. I'll do it tonight
Okay,
because I
cool,
keep on
cool.
forgetting, but I'm going to actually get on my computer and do it right now.
Okay. Somebody said
Thank
they
you
got
so
caught in a
much.
dusty live.
What'd you say?
Oh God! Somebody said they got caught on a dusty live that they didn't know that black men were online spreading such filth. So Ivana, all I can say to you, my dear, is just be best. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know that's Melania Trump's slogan. Be best. So foolish.
Oh, be best. I didn't even think about that. Oh, God. Are you sure she didn't get that from Michelle?
She did steal it, but the way she interpreted it in her version of English made it come into be
Yes, be
best.
best.
All right, you know what? That's what I'm gonna
Oh,
give. That's the
God.
advice I'm gonna give everybody now. Because people who be calling and they don't really want advice. They just want their own what they feeling confirmed. So tell me what you want confirmed, Nirvana, and I'll confirm it for you.
Hmm. That I'm going to find a neurosurgeon with six-pack abs that is really smart and I can have intellectual conversations.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I will say? You know what I will say? What I will say to
Mm-hmm.
that is, and be willing to branch out of your normal area. Be willing to branch. And then also remember that life is going to bring you what you need to become the woman that your soul aspires to be. So there are going to be things that are coming to your life. There'll be people that will come into your life. So like if you say that you want XYZ, if who do you want to be? What type of woman do you want to be in your like ultimately like when you're 40, what type of woman do you want to be?
The type of woman I want to be, I really care about being kind and compassionate. I want to be a woman that has inspired people to change their life for the better. Because within my field, I'm elevating or helping them elevate their quality of life. So I guess a woman that's happy and that can share that joy with other people. I guess that's a general response.
What does your hair look like? What is your body looking like? What are you driving? Where are you living? Do you have children? What do you do for work? Tell me about 40-year-old Ivana.
Hmm. Yeah, well, I want to have a house that has been paid for in cash because I have really strict financial goals set for
Mm-hmm.
myself right now, and I want whoever I couple myself to have discipline and to exercise delayed gratification to be able to, uh, buy a home or set whatever financial goals that they may have,
So this
and to be able
house,
to
hold
build
on.
generational wealth.
Hold on. Where is this house? Is it in a city? Is it in the suburbs? Is it in a hot state, a cold state? Is it
And it's in the suburbs of a city. And it has 5 bedrooms. I would have 2 children. I don't know if I'd have a boy or a girl, but it doesn't matter. Um, and I would be I would be an owner of my own practice, or I don't know. Sometimes in my mind, I think like, will I end up going ahead and becoming a doctor? Because I could have went ahead and got my doctoral degree when I originally graduated from college, and I would have been a doctor now at 23 because I was accepted into an accelerated program. But I went along the route to becoming a specialist, though. But I make the same amount of money, so I don't know. With that, I guess either I would be owning my own franchise or I would be a hearing instrument specialist. So I specialize in hearing. I do diagnostic testing and I prescribe hearing devices and program them.
like cochlear?
Oh no, like hearing aids.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so you're married at 40 and you have two children. So you would have already
Yes.
started having your children by the time you were 36.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay. So by what age do you think you'll be married? If you're 23 now, um, so we're talking about you're going to need to meet your man within the next 10 years.
Yeah. Always thought that I would get married by 25, but now that I've broken up with my long-term boyfriend, I'm thinking that, maybe it'll be like 26 or 27, but I want to have children by like 29 or 30, at least my first child by 29 or 30 after being married for a year or so.
Hmm. So
I
you
guess the relationship would have to move a lot faster. I always thought like I'll date a person for 5 years and then we'll get married, but it'll happen more so be like I date them for a year or two and then we'll get married at this rate, and I would be having to date them fairly soon.
okay? So where do neurosurgeons hang out? Let's get to that.
What'd you say?
Where do
What'd you say?
neurosurgeons hang out?
Where do surgeons hang out? So I will do my morning bike ride, and I live kind of close to the hospital, and they'll like think like, oh, either she goes to the U of I or they'll think I'm in the medical field because I have Friday through Sunday off, so sometimes I'll do a bike ride in the morning, or if I have patients later in the day and I don't have to go on phones blasting and I'm in my own little world and attention, and they'll kind of start a conversation with me about what I do or, you know, random stuff or like, what school I went to or something like that, or if I go to the university in town. And I'll tell them about myself and then they'll ask them. You learn so much from medical students or like people that are within their residency that have, like one guy, he got to start a neurosurgery and he got to take like an up close look at the brain. I haven't met a person that actually matriculated into a surgeon yet. They're all in med school, but I have met people that are like they're in their PhD program and they're in an M program, but they were like a bioengineer and now they worked for a while and now they're in med school and they're working on their PhD or something. But it's only been a week and a half of me being single, so I probably need to get my possible suitors group up, right?
But
Like
how do you know
people
that
your
you
way.
and your ex-boyfriend won't get back together? Look, they're saying I'm setting you up. When you say setting her up, what is setting her up in what way? Setting her up for failure, or setting her up to get jumped? What are you all talking about? They think I'm setting you up.
I know that me and him won't get back together unless he is academics together and his life plan together.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be getting back with him. It'll take him a while to even graduate, and then I wouldn't get back with him until at least he had a job. If he doesn't, and if it's not really up to my expectations, and there's been those trust issues that really aren't good, and I've seen him in this broken down state, which I'm sure he doesn't want the person that he's going to be with for the rest of his life to know that he went through such a terrible point in life. I don't know. I just don't.
Okay. So bottom line, there's a chance you two will get back together. So bottom line, there's a chance you two will get back. Let's do a survey in the audience.
You said we'll never get back together?
No, there's a chance that you will. You didn't hear me say never. So listen, let's do a survey. I want to do a survey.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Let's do a survey. Let's do a survey of all of the women in the audience over 30, okay? If you are under 30, please, somebody putting up their survey number. I haven't even told you what the survey is. I haven't told you.
What did you say?
Somebody put up a survey number, and I didn't even say what the survey is. Okay, so of all of the women over 30, okay, of all of the women over 30, how many of you have been able to break up with a person one time and it's over for good? 23. Somebody you were in a 5-year relationship with, that you broke up with them one time and it was over. It was over, done. Broke up and it was over.
Before, though, remember?
Listen. If you and they're not physically abusive and your life is not a danger.
Yeah.
Right. So personality differences. So put up the number 3 if you think that if you think that it's possible to break up and just be done. Put up the number 3 if it's possible. Put up the number 0 if you went through a period of breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup. So 3 possible, 0 is breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup, makeup.
Oh my God. I hope the audience doesn't put that suffering on me. That sounds awful.
Well,
I don't want to break up, makeup. Breakup, makeup.
It's torturous. It's torturous.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Gosh.
Not if he's going to get it together, then all right. But he's going to have to really, really change it around. And it's going to take him some time to be done with school and in his career.
I don't want to make a liar out of you, Ivana. So don't put it on the record, because these calls will last forever. Don't put it on the record, Ivana. So listen. You know what? Because are you a Leo? They're trying to say you sound like a Leo. She is not a Leo.
I am a Leo.
Oh God, no.
I am a Leo.
She is not a Leo. She's on the
Why
cusp.
would I not be a Leo?
She's on the cusp of Virgo. When was your birthday? August when?
August 14th.
Oh gosh,
I'm a Leo.
she is a Leo. I thought your birthday was the 22nd. You said this happened a week and a half ago. She's saying don't put that on Virgos. They don't claim you. How dare they? Oh, you know what? It's only August.
Leos are the best for the queens. They're tasty kings of the jungle.
Okay, so as a Leo,
Lioness.
he's gonna come there flattering your ego, looking good and smelling good, with his dick print in his pants, and you're gonna melt. You're gonna melt. So
Everybody, all my friends are just like, you should stay friends with him and you could still sleep with him. And I'm just like, no,
sleep with him.
I did not
You
want
know what?
that.
I'll say this, Ivana, because the heart wants what the heart wants. So do whatever you feel like doing. As simple as that. If you feel like staying broken up, stay broken up. If you feel like getting back together, get back together. But you're meeting other people now. But yeah, okay. All right, maybe we'll do an advice hour sometime. Thank you for so much for calling in. Thank you.
I just feel like if I was to break up, wouldn't I waste so much time? I mean, now that I'm 23, I really am realizing how quickly time and life can just pass by so quickly.
Yes.
And I don't want to be stuck with the wrong person.
Well, okay. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Listen, just because some of you out there are old and dried up, don't mean that you all have to come and try to put your cynicism on this little tenderoni. Well, you know what?
Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
keep us up to date with how it goes. We'll still love
I
you no
already
matter
went through
what you.
kind of a breakup makeup phase with him, I guess. I've broken up with him that one time before. And you were saying after that I was defending him.
I know, harder than ever, like the damn bear from The Revenant. Yes,
I really was. So.
exactly,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh.
They said they're telling you
But
to have more than one in your pocket. Yeah, you know what? Is that's easier said than done. But when you're young and you got all that the progesterone and estrogen fluttering around inside of you with that oxytocin, it's much more difficult. Like men talk about all of the things that they would do if they were women, all the people they would F. But once that oxytocin get on that Taz, it's a whole different story, son. So
yeah, you know.
that might be best way to break the spell. What you talking about? Anyway,
What? To be, well, I mean, once I start dating someone, I don't want to, like, get with someone without having a commitment from them, though. I've never done that before, I guess. Like, I was very wholesome, I guess, when I met Trey.
all this free penis out there, please. They giving it away.
You
Not
said
only are
all
they
the what?
free penis. Listen, there's a lot
Right,
of
they're about to give me a disease or a baby. I don't want either one.
you know that there's prophylactics out there. Stop pretending like you don't know.
True. That's
Any,
true, and they saved me for these 5 years. They saved me. That's true. They are.
Thank you so much for calling in, Ivana.
Thank you. Okay, I'll talk to you
All right, let us know what happened. Bye.
soon. Bye. Love ya. Bye.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we got a person in the audience saying I'm 33 and young still. Yes, of course, of course, of course. So, oh Lord, phone lines are open. I'm gonna get off of here soon. All right. So, oh, I can't wait to go to bed tonight. It's 8:15. I'm gonna take a shower. Oh, but I gotta make up my whole bed because I took everything off of my bed. The mattress topper, not the mattress topper, the mattress topper cover, everything, everything. I gotta go put them all back on. Oh no, you didn't miss any good stuff. We just been here shooting the breeze, shooting the breeze. I'm actually getting ready to get out of here soon. Somebody saying Ivana drained her for dear life. You know something? Some of you impatient people out there. I do go to bed early because you know what? It's like if I'm not jogging by 6 something in the morning, the sun is up too high in the air to jog. Then it gets too hot. And so so I've been intermittent fasting, and I feel like the weight is coming off so quickly that my skin is becoming loose. You can see the transformation in my body. So like you see how my arm is like you see the skin is like kind of. So I feel like I have to, with the intermittent fasting, start jogging and doing weight training and stuff like that in order to be able to build up muscle underneath where, because you know how it goes. You know how it goes. So nonetheless, at least 30 works like a charm. I wear 40. I don't know what we're talking about. You talking about sunscreen? I don't wear sunscreen. I wear melanin. So people are telling Ivana she has a long time to settle down. Um, yeah, let me ask you something. When you were 23 and you had your mind made up about something, did you listen to the people who told you how it was? So my job, like some of you talk about, I'm setting the child up. My job as coach is not to inject my personal feelings or what other people want. The child says she want to get married, so I work with her to come up with a plan. That ain't a setup. That is me assisting her in getting her what she feels that she wants. And when she decides that she wants something different, she can decide and then work on getting something different. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. And some of you were saying you were married at 19. Oh, oh Lord. So, yeah, but you know what? But this is the thing. This is the thing. When I was 23, I did not want to be married. I did not want to be married at 23. I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to eat exotic foods under foreign sunrises. That's what I wanted when I was 23. And that's what I got. When I was 23, I lived my life. I traveled. I lived it up. I lived it up. I had a good time. I had a good, wonderful time, you know? And what did you miss? We spoke on the phone with Ivana about her breakup and what it is that she wants in life. Some people who want that. That child says I should have asked her, why do you want to be married? Why? You know what, Ivana, call back since people tried to rush you off the phone, but I don't see nobody else's black asses calling in. Where's you at? Where are all of you at? Ivana, call back in. You know what? We're going to call Ivana back because I want to find out why she wants to be married in her 20s. I'm waiting for it to ring. I ain't pressed dial. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, Ivana, what's going on?
Hey, I'm surprised that you called back. They were like, get her off. No,
I know these rude people, they wanted to get you off just so they could. Why do you want to be married in your 20s? Why?
I want to be married in my 20s probably because um, really medically like to have, I want to be married before I have children. And they say that it's better to have children before the age of 25 to lower your risk for different cognitive issues that could happen uh, to your offspring. So I always have had that in my mind. I think my parents, since they got married when my dad was 25 and my mom was 26, um, in my mind, and my oldest sister got married at 26. My second oldest sister just got married in April, and she was 27. all my cousins got married in their 20s. So I guess my ideal of marriage has always just been like mid 20s. That's just what you do. You get married in your mid 20s.
So you have no real reason for wanting to be married in your 20s besides you.
My only real reason is just the medical reason, but I would like to be able to build, I guess, a life at that point and be settled and have a house with someone
Why?
and a family.
Why?
Why? Ah, I think maybe it's attached to a piece of what I feel would allow me to reach my goals of what I have pictured as success. Like, people tell you, like, okay, you've gotten your degree, now you've gotten to your career, now it's time for marriage, now it's time to get a house, now it's time to have children, now it's time to make sure that you're building enough wealth for those children so that you can pass down generational wealth. Um, so I guess that's why I think that I guess like I feel like in your 20s is a time to be able to catch people. You always talk about like how your 20s is your time of like being very attractive to men and like not wasting your youth in your 20s,
Yeah,
right?
right. Well, of course, of course.
Yeah, and
However,
men are attracted to younger women too, like you were talking about evolutionarily.
yeah, what it is that you want. So what you're saying is that you feel that your best option for getting the man that you want is to get him while you're young and then have children. What about freezing your eggs?
Mm. I could. I mean, I have the money, but I would rather save that money and invest. I
How
kind
much
of
does it
have thought
cost?
about
How much does it cost to
getting
freeze
a
eggs?
surrogate to have my children.
What the hell?
I've heard it
Beyonce?
costs like $10,000 a month, but I could be wrong on that.
Ten thousand
It
dollars a
depends on how
month.
many eggs you're freezing too. But I know the harvesting process and or the extraction process, I guess, costs a lot too. But you could. I mean, I could, but
Okay,
I
so
don't know. I
six
would
to
rather
seven
be able to
thousand
do
to
things
freeze.
naturally.
Okay. So to be someone's wife and someone's mother within the next 5 or 6 years. That's what you're saying.
I don't want to have a child until I'm 30. If it happens at 29, it's okay. But I don't want to have a child until I'm like 30. But a wife, yeah, I could be a wife by 25.
Okay.
The man was right.
Huh? Well, what is it? What is it about being a wife that you are desiring at right about now?
I got stability and security. I think that marriage brings a different level of security, and I sometimes I think in my mind that the biggest building block to generational wealth and building a family legacy is having a family unit. And I probably have developed that thought pattern from my sisters who have gotten married and they've been able to build with their husbands and they're building a financial foundation for their children. But yeah, I have always felt like the family unit is the most important building block to that, which I could be wrong, but I feel that way.
Okay. So you want to
Legacy
be
is
so
always
you
the
want so
most
you
important
want to be
to me.
married, huh?
I said legacy has always been really important to me,
And
probably
you're
because of
American, right? You're some sort of other American, right?
no Black American, and I grew up in the hood growing
Okay.
up. I've just been able to to send into a different financial class now, but I actually grew up lower class. But um, Yeah. I don't know. I
Okay.
guess I was middle class at one point, and then the
Okay, okay,
depression
okay, okay.
slowly
So,
became low class.
all right. So basically, all right. So you said that you want to get married. You want to start having children within. So you want to get married, but you want to be married to your husband for 5 years before you start having children, which means you need to be married by 25.
Yeah, and I want to do that because I want to be able to have fun with my husband, but also I want to, I don't know, I'm kind of vain, so I want to be selfish and not have to share my body with another human being. And, pregnancy is really hard. I know for my sister, it was kind of, not the greatest process for her third pregnancy there. So I want to take some
Third,
time to
she's
enjoy
on her
life.
she's on her third pregnancy in 3 years.
She has been married for 6 years.
Oh,
She has a daughter that just turned 5 in May, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. She's not pregnant again though, but she
okay.
had her baby there a year ago. Yeah,
All right. So did you
she's
all
a
hear?
stay-at-home
Did
mom
you
though.
hear? Did you all hear her reason for why she wants to be married? She wants to build generational wealth. She wants to have fun with her husband while she's young. She wants to enjoy his young, rippling body and he hers. And she wants to have someone to build with. So what about travel, seeing the world, and all of those things? Those are the things that you want to do within the first 5 years with your husband. You want to do those after the children leave the house. When do you want to do that? Do you not have desire
I
for
want to
that?
do that with. Yeah, I do. I actually have been trying to travel as much as I can right now too, even though I have to found someone that potentially could be my husband that I feel in my eyes. But yeah, I want to be able to do that with my husband for the first couple of years of marriage, but also during the dating process time because I love to travel and see new places. I love to hike. So I really, really want to go to as many national parks as I can. Nationals want to be able to do a small window of time where you can really party in certain environments before you start to think like, hey, everybody here is not in the same life arena as me.
Okay. All right. Well, so what questions do you all have for Ivana? She answered your questions about why she wants to get married in her 20s. So you know about the medical reasons for why children should be born within a certain window frame, but do you know about the statistics of what happens to people who get married in their 20s?
I get married when?
In their 20s.
I don't. What are the statistics on that?
Oh, okay. All right. Last, you haven't become who it is that you are going to become. At what age does the male brain is even fully developed? It's like you don't
Hmm.
even know who you are. You haven't experienced yourself. You don't know who you are yet. So it's like
So what did they say like the best age of getting married is? Like at 30 or 35?
you know what, I'd have to go do some more research on that because the number slides. So I want to see what the newest data says on that. But they
I
say
do think that, yeah.
yeah, so it's like you know what the issue this is the issue is that who it is that you are. It takes experiences for you to know what it is that you like, and the person that you meet when you don't really know yourself, by the time you get to know yourself, that person may not even be a match for that new person, you know.
Right. Yeah. That probably is, I mean, kind of why I probably grew apart from my ex. We were totally different at 18 than we are at 23.
Yeah, yeah.
So things can really, really change. I guess I I've seen so many marriages though last within my family that started out young. My grandma got married at 18. My aunts got married in their 20s. My sister and cousins have all gotten married young. And I've seen all of their marriages last. I guess I haven't seen as many marriages fail
Okay.
um,
Okay.
out of
Well,
being married young, but
have
I
some
don't
honest
know.
conversations with them. See how happy they are. Your grandparents, I don't know if
True.
is your grandmother even happy? I mean, we're using her as an example. Is she happy? Is she thriving in this relationship? Was he faithful to her? Does he have another family up the block? You know.
Yeah. I mean, in my in my eyes, I feel like they are. They just celebrated 2 years ago their 50th anniversary, and
Okay.
my grandpa always has given my grandma like flowers, and he's always. I've always seen him be so sweet to her. Now I
Okay.
do know that they've had like arguments. I remember being a little kid, and me and my cousins would be cracking up at my grandparents arguing about little things like big things, but I never felt like the love wasn't there.
Okay.
And
Well,
same thing with my parents. Now I think my sister's marriage, she might not be as happy being a stay-at-home mom. I think that sometimes being a stay-at-home mom can lead you into
no, I feel you. I feel you. So you know what
yeah,
the choice is really yours. You know what it is that you want, and if that's what you want, get what you want. Get what you want. You know what I mean? If you want to marry young, if you want to have children young, if you want to travel the world with your husband, if you want to grow with your, do that. Do that. Do that. You know, everybody has
right,
different desires. If that's your desire, live to your heart's desire. You know what I mean? Forget what anybody else
right,
says. It doesn't matter. Do what you feel in your heart is right for you.
right, yeah. And what is your opinion on? I just have one last question. If you have time, but what is your opinion on marrying for just strictly love in comparison to marrying somebody that you love and you're attracted to, but also can provide? Because a lot of my friends will be like, you know, your ex-boyfriend, he really loves you, and they kind of think that I'm doing things wrong for now practicing hypergamy. But I don't know. I guess maybe it is wrong to be superficial in some ways, but I also don't want my life to look a certain way, which is why I didn't continue to stay. I mean, then again, there was also mine issues, honesty issues. So there's that. Even though he
Yeah.
claimed, even though he loved me.
Yeah, you know what? I think people like certain things, right? I think people like
Yeah.
certain things, and it really depends on how you as a human being are configured and what it is that you like. You know, I knew what it is that I liked when I was young. I knew that blackened, smoky, ashen lips and tartar, and I knew that anybody who possessed the characteristics that seemed as if they would keep me back in the ghetto, I knew that that's not what I wanted. You know,
Right.
I cannot become aroused in an impoverished state. So I knew what it is that I
That's how
wanted.
I feel.
Apparently not.
This man, when I dated him, he was doing great in his classes. The
Okay.
first 3 years, I graduated college a year early with all A's. He was doing good. He was getting 2 engineering degrees. And then when I left college, everything started to go downhill. And his cousin and mom was calling me saying, he's not doing good in his classes. And he was starting to lie. But he was on the same path as me after those 3 years. So he got off the path of success.
Okay. Well, listen, but you love the
and I
man.
stuck around too long.
We're talking about just 2 weeks ago. You were slicing us down in the comments, Ivana. Just 2 weeks ago. The last time we were
I was
on and we were
hoping that
talking
he
about
was
him.
turning it around.
Uh-huh.
I was hoping he was turning it around. He was really
Okay.
trying to study and everything, but he wasn't focused enough. That's
Okay.
why I had to say, all right, I've given you enough time. Gotta
Listen,
go.
I feel you. I feel you. And you said the man is still trying to get back with you, right?
Oh yeah, he's been blowing up my phone, but I keep on telling him like, just focus on yourself and getting your
Well, you
plan
know what?
together
Why
and
don't you
coming
do
with.
this? If you really want him to leave you alone, just tell him you had sex with someone else. Just look, I'm having sex with someone else right now. Sorry. And then he'll leave you alone.
Yeah, that would be a good way to push his heart further. Yeah, that would be a good way to let him leave me alone. Dang, that would be terrible. Yeah, I mean, that's a sound solution. I don't know, no. I don't know. He already feels like I'm being very cold-hearted towards him, was saying, but I
Tell
don't
him
know.
your punani is being tabooed by another man. Just tell him that another man is tapping out punani. Tell him. Just tell him.
Yeah, he would be very shocked. I was like waiting till, I was wanting to wait like a year or 2 years before doing anything with him. So he would be like, dang, her morals, her sexual ideas have gone out of the window now. So, yeah, I guess I can do that. Dang. If he sends me a voicemail crying, I'm gonna email you. Like, you made me break this person's heart.
You said you're broken up with him for good, right?
I am. I'm
Mm-hmm.
broken up with him for good, but that doesn't mean I don't want him to get successful. I would love if
What
he
is
turned it
somebody stabbing
around.
out your vagina got to do with him being successful?
I don't know. He's gonna go into depression.
He's gonna go into
I
depression.
don't know.
All right.
Probably so.
All right. Well, then just let him just keep blowing up your phone. Then let him just keep blowing up your phone. All right.
Okay. Maybe I'll block him. That's better than like telling him that.
How is that better? Because his mother and sister are still calling you.
Because I'm not gonna be
His
lie. I
mother,
don't want to lie to
his
him.
his mother and sister are still calling you. You're even if you blocked him, but
That's
you're
true.
gonna block the
But I
mother and
think they're.
sister too. You're gonna block them on social media. What you gonna do?
Well, I told his mom today because she was asking me like to check in on something else for him academically. I told her that he's a brilliant person and how my future was bright, and she just kind of left me alone. So I don't think she'll like unless down the road they do want us to get back together down the road if he got it together, but they feel like he has some growing up to do. But I don't know. I can't see it right now, but maybe 3 years down the road, if he's doing well, maybe. But I can't see it anytime soon.
Thank you so much for calling in, Ivana. Thank you. Okay, well, you have a wonderful evening. Have a good night. Somebody said Princess Fula has some good advice. What was the good advice? I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Life is one of those things that you just got to live it. You have to live life. Life is one of those things you have to live it. You know what I mean? Life is for the living. Oh, okay. She told you that. I know she was giving some good advice to Ivana because I want to hear the good advice in this situation. Because I don't feel like I can give good advice in this situation. I don't feel like I can give good advice. Lord. All right. I want to go take a shower while the water is still warm because the sun heats my water, right? So the sun heats the water, and then I take a shower in the water that the sun has heated. So that's how I do it. That's how I do it. So thank you all. You know, we just, oh, I'll say this. When all is said and done, we will all learn all the things that we need to know. When all is said and done. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry. We all learn. 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 Queen is saying block all of them. Listen. I mean, we all can hear the signs. We all hear the signs. So, listen, how love goes. That's the way love goes. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Yes, yes. That's the way love goes. Yeah. So Ivana is saying blocking is a good idea. No, you got to get people to want to leave you alone of their own volition. You know what I'm saying? Tell them you eat babies. And no one will believe that. But you got to tell them something that's going to turn them off. You know what? I mixed up when I love your smile and that's the way love goes. I mixed those up together. Do, 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 do. Oh gosh, that is so funny. I'm telling you, the best way to turn a man off is just tell him that you cracked it open for someone else. And he'll be turned off. You don't have to worry too much more about him reaching out to you. That's all you gotta do. Get rid of them real quick. Gets rid of. They had this movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. All you had to do was boink his best friend, and he'd be over it. It won't even take 10 days. You could get him out your life in 10 hours. Just start acting crazy. Dee Dee say I agree with Tonya. Men don't want to hear that. Right. So she still wants to keep the door open. She still wants to keep the door open for him. She wants to keep the door open for him. So maybe in 3 years, which will really be 3 weeks, that he'll come back around and then the magic, the sparks will start to fly. Thank you all for coming out. Yeah, but the thing is, if you really listen to what Ivana was saying, if you really listen to what Ivana was saying, based on her timeline, he's really the only guy that's going to fit into her timeline because she's already invested 5 years in him and he has all as ambitious as she would like, right? And so, but she just really wants to be married. She wants to be settled down. She wants to have children where whatever medical school it is that she's come into contact with said that the children are best before before whatever age it is that she said. So that's her because if her biggest criteria is having children while she's in her early to mid 20s, then who else is she going to have children with, really? Who? You know? So it's like she's setting herself up to go back with this man. She's setting herself up to go back with him. And You know? Yeah, exactly. So she wants to have children by 30. I had a friend who wanted to do that. She so I had this friend from high school, and she wanted to have children by 30. And I like in 6 months she met this guy, and they were married. Then about a year later, he ran some woman down and killed her. Then listen, he ran some woman down and killed her. And the family somebody said what? Yes. So basically, I mean, me and this young lady are not friends anymore. We severed our ties many years ago. Oh, I remember why we severed our ties, but nonetheless. So she says that her husband was driving down the street, and this woman jumped out from between some parked cars, jumped out in front of his car, right? And then it turns out that the woman was like 80 and arthritic and old, and she moved really slow. Out from between the cars to cross, right? And he ran her down. This was in New York, right? And I was like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Right? I was like, oh my goodness. And then she says that the family sued her husband. And because of the woman's age and all that stuff that happened during the trial, they won the civil suit. So then her and her husband had to pay off this suit from the money that they were making. You want to talk about generational wealth? What about generational poverty? So then she and this man had to start paying off this suit, right? And then after that, right? I was talking to her, and come to find out, because listen, I'm gonna tell you all this story, and I do not want you all to repeat this story ever, 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 ever again. Okay? Do not repeat the story ever again. Right? So I was hanging out with this guy, right? And her and her husband were like, "Oh yes, we know him, right? We know this guy." So then I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So the vet, right? They vetted him, right? So I brought this man into my home. This is when my niece was 3 at the time. So my niece was a little girl. I brought him to my home, right? And then I found out, and then I was doing this seminar, right? I was doing this seminar, and someone contacted me privately, and they said, "Listen, this guy that you're going to have in your seminar is a predator on the run from North Carolina, or one of those states, either North Carolina or South Carolina." And I was like, "What? What the hell is going on?" Right? And then I went and I looked it up, and it turns out, same name and everything. There's a warrant, open warrant out for the man's arrest. The man was on the run. So then I went back to my friend and I said, what's go? Why? Okay. I'm like, you got me. You said you know this man. Why did you have me? I was like, you said you and your husband said you knew this man, right? And I'm like, I brought him to my house around my niece, because he was like some sort of freak, some peeping tom or something, staring in the bathroom window at some location, and the police caught his dumb ass, and then he was on the run, right? I think he may have even been jacking off or some foolishness, right? So nonetheless, I went to my friend, and I was like, why didn't you tell me about this, right? I was like, why didn't you tell me about this guy and what the stuff that's going on? And I was like, you said you and your husband knew him. And you know what she said to me? She was like, yes, my husband knows him. How did you think they knew each other? They know each other from the convict program. Listen, she was like some sort of halfway convict program. There's some work release, something another. And I was like, wait, your husband was incarcerated? The same man who ran that woman down in the street, mind you. I was like, your husband was incarcerated? I was like, I didn't know this. I was like, oh. And that was the last day that I let her have private access to me. Cause I said to her, I was like, why didn't you tell me that this man was a convict, etc.? And she's like, you didn't ask. I'm like, I'm supposed to ask you about whether or not a person. Well, I knew this girl since I was a young teen. A young teen. I knew her. You know how you have those friends you grew up with? This was my friend that I knew from when I was a young teen. And she was like, you didn't ask. I was like, I'm supposed to ask all of this stuff, right? And then she was like, he paid his debt to society. Why do I need to go around announcing to people that he was incarcerated? And I was like, and I was like, I was like, I brought him to my home where my niece was. I was like, I brought him to my home. And I wanted to have children before she was 30. And she met a man and she married him within 6 months. And the man, soon after they were married, ran some woman down and killed her. And you know me. I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to say it like that. That he ran some woman down and killed her, but he was involved in a vehicle accident in which there was a fatality. I'll put it that way. She got three. I think she got three children out of it. I stopped speaking to her. She was like, I think, on the second child when I stopped speaking to her, but I think she has three children by now. I don't even know how old her children are, but this was 15 years ago because my niece is going to college now. So yeah, and then the thing is, like, when my video started blowing up, she reached out to me so many times, and she was like writing on my Facebook page publicly about how much she misses me, and I should contact her, and I ignored her for years. And then she was like, every time she would like find me in my inbox, and then last year I just was like, I was like, I'll give her some closure or whatever. I was like, listen, after you told me, I was like, after you allowed me to date this man who was a convict without telling me, because I'm like, I'm your girl. I understand a person has paid their debt to society, but give me, and I think that information is pertinent, personally, especially for what they went to jail for. If a person goes to jail for being an effing creep, tell me, you know what I mean? A predator? Come on. So nonetheless, I cut her off. I couldn't speak with her anymore. And then she tried reaching out to me and all this other stuff, but then I opened up to her and I was like, listen, I stopped speaking to you because of XYZ. I told her. I was like, I felt betrayed. Oh, I don't even know if I said anything about how I felt, but I know how I felt, but I just told her, after this, I couldn't speak with you anymore. And that was like the straw that there was some other stuff that she had done before that, but I was just like, that was the straw right there. That was the straw. I couldn't anymore. And then so yeah, I couldn't. I tried. No, I didn't try. I did not try. I couldn't. So I don't know why you all are ganging up on Ivana. Let Ivana live her life how she wants to live it. She wants to live her life with a young man to travel with. Let her, if that's what she wants. It's like she has a picture of what she wants her life to be. So then that's my story right there. I told you all, but don't bring that up to me again. Don't bring it up. You know, it's difficult being a public figure because you can't really get away from people from your past because they always have a way to contact you. You know what I mean? They always have a way to contact you. And so it that I would say that that's one of the more difficult parts because people can always find you. Like my exes watch my videos. And I'm like, like you know how like if you don't know where your ex is or whatnot, and you want to see how they're doing, you want to see if they're okay. Like my exes tune into my videos and see that I'm good, and then they're satisfied. They're like, oh, you know, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So leave Ivana alone. Let her go have her fantasy of let her fulfill her fantasy of having this life that she wants, because you know what it's like, we all have a different we all have a different idea of what we want our lives to look like. That's what she wants her life to look like. You knew what you wanted your life to look like, right? And people are saying not everyone wants to level up. She does want to level up, but she's in love with this boy and she wants to get married. Like already. Like her sisters were married at 26 and stuff, and now she's 23. She got 3 years. Hinge app has successful men. Hinge. That sounds a little scary. Like unhinged. Oh, all right. So listen, thank you all for keeping me company for these past 2 hours. It's 9 o'clock. I am going to, yeah, I take iodine every single day, y'all. I take iodine every day now. I've been taking it every day since June, since the end of June. So I'll say July. I've been taking it every day since July. And I'm happy. I've also started taking boron this morning. Oh, that was good. Whew, that was really good. Whew. Ah. So iodine regulates your thyroid. So does boron and selenium, magnesium are supposed to be, and then vitamin D are supposed to be supplements that go along with those. So regulate hormones, regulate your thyroid. Ivana, listen, there are surgeons, there are doctors out there. There are surgeons, there's doctors. I dated an anesthesiologist. He made $800,000 a year and he barely worked. So there are men out there with money. That poor anesthesiologist. But yeah, it's because I announced so many times during my broadcast what's in the cup. I get tired of announcing it over and over again. I feel like not even camera, but I be thirsty. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like I should put it in the description. I feel like I need to get my cookbook up so that every time people ask, they could go get the recipe. You know what I mean? You know, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to create a recipe and I'm going to sell the recipe for 99 cents. And I'm going to say, go to my website and click on my drink recipe, and then just go from there. And that way we can kill two birds with one stone. And then somebody saying they watch my show a lot and still don't know what's in the cup. And I announce it in every broadcast. I even announced it in this one. Every single broadcast I announce it. Every single broadcast. So go to my website. The recipe is on there for 99 cents. Just go there and I show you exactly how to make it. That's what we're gonna do now. 99 cents. Oh gosh. All right. So what happens with Dr. Divorce? Oh, wait. Somebody got an attitude. I don't come in the whole show. Okay, so am I supposed to announce it every 15 minutes like they do? They do every 5 minutes they have commercials. I think it's like when like on the radio when they have these songs in rotation, people are like, "Oh, why do they play these songs so much?" And they play them because people come in at different times, so the average person stays on a certain amount of time, so they have to play these songs over and over again. I ain't gonna be like that, announcing over and over and over again. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit down tomorrow and I'm gonna make the recipe and I'm gonna make a video and I am going to sell the video on my website. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sell it on my website for 99 cents. I'm going to be like, go there and look at the recipe. Because if 1,000 people ask and 1,000 people pay 99 cents, that means I'll have $1,000. So I'll be rich. I'll be rich. I'll be rich. I'll be rich. All right. So listen, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. I appreciate the YouTube monetization doesn't really work on old videos. Like after the video is like 3 days old, it doesn't make money anymore, which is weird. On Facebook they still make money, but on YouTube they don't make money anymore after like the first 3 days. And I'm like, why don't these? Because like I have 1,000 videos. If each video made $1 a month, I would make $1,000 a month just from each video. But like you go in, the video has like a penny, 3 pennies, and I'm like, these videos still have ads on them. Why are they only making 3 pennies for the month? So Styles is saying, I mean your drink. I used to make 1,500 a month on YouTube, 3 vids. So what how? Tell me what was your secret? What was your secret? What was your secret for making $1,500? I want to know this because YouTube, even I don't make $1,500 on my YouTube videos, and I have 1,000 videos up. So I'm waiting for your whatchamacallit. And so I make videos every day. Every day I make videos. Oh wow. There's people in the audience with no thyroid? Did you have it taken out? I'm waiting for the girl. I'm waiting for the girl to tell me. What? So Styles, I'm gonna see. The vid talked about her doing some things before she died. I got viral. What girl? Who are we talking about? I think I missed something. Okay. Got you, got you, got you. Hey, listen, I'm gonna jump out of here because, like I said, I wanna take my shower while the water is still warm from this sun. I got you. What were the videos about? What were the videos about? And how long did you make $1,500 off of those videos? How many $1,500 came in from those videos? How many months did it last? Because I'm like, YouTube is, I don't know, it's not sustainable. It's not like people, I hear people all the time talking about how hence you have no thyroid? I didn't know that. How they want to quit their jobs, etc., etc. And I'm like, I see that, I see that. But then how long did it bring in the income? That's what I want to know because after the first 3 days, my videos do not make money anymore. They just don't make money. It's like, it's done. So there's another person in the audience with no thyroid. You had it taken out? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I didn't realize there were so many people without thyroids. And then nowadays with YouTube, so what YouTube does now is for the first 2 days, they don't even, like for the first 2 days, they hold your video in review. So that you don't even make money because most of the views come in the first 2 days. And if it's being held for review, you know. So what happened? Did Styles answer? Let's see. Who came to your house? What the hell? See, this is why I live off the grid. Catch me if you can, mother effer. Catch me if you can. That's crazy. Sounds like regular network television will soon take over YouTube, celebrities too. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what YouTube is trying to do. They're trying to squeeze out independent vloggers, but it's so weird because independent vloggers like me, we made YouTube. We created what YouTube has become to be. Most of the content on YouTube is from independent people. And because YouTube, yeah, because I think it's just like how these drivers are suing Uber, just like how these drivers are suing Uber. It's like you have people who are working for YouTube as independent contractors and they're not getting paid for their work. Um, so YouTube has a platform where they are showcasing people's videos, etc. And you have people out here who are not getting paid for their content. And I think that YouTube needs to create a better model because you have people who are like back in the days when I was famous and homeless. It's like how do you create content for a behemoth like YouTube, and YouTube is making money, but the people who are creating the content are broke. I think that there's something, I think that all of these models where these people are becoming super rich off of not having any inventory. Like people laugh about, I've watched a few of Nappy Headed Jojoba's videos. I thought I saw the word nappy headed. I thought there was a troll in the room. But so Dipped was on a date. Who were you on a date with, Dipped? So so yeah, so like these people are like, oh, the biggest car company in the world, or the biggest car company wherever, let's say in the world, the biggest car company in the world doesn't own any fleet. So they're making money and they don't own any fleet, and all of these people are taking all of this risk and not being compensated, and not covered and protected, yet this company is making money off of them. Yeah, so I think that this YouTube model is, I think the YouTube model is messed up in that there are people, yeah, I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up. Um, yeah, and then so this is the thing. So, yes, there's Patreon, but this is the thing. I feel like it's not sustainable. I feel like it's not sustainable because pretty much the model that we have here on YouTube is YouTube free. So that's one. So YouTube's created a culture where people are getting some very high end entertainment for free, and nobody's paying these people, right? And YouTube is able to capitalize off of it. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with the YouTube model. I think there's something wrong with the YouTube model. So some YouTubers are getting landing pages and are getting super rich, makeup channels, etc. Some are getting very rich. Landing pages with what on it? Yeah, so see, listen. So what YouTube is doing now is YouTube has this entrance into the partner program, right? And so people upload their content and they have to get a certain amount of whatever in order to be able to get paid. So you have people who are uploading content, providing content for the site, but they're not getting paid. They're making no money, and people are viewing their videos, and ads are being served up on their videos, but there's like some people have been waiting 2 years to get in the partner program. Meanwhile, they are expected to continue to upload constantly. It's like it's predatory. It's predatory. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Exactly. So YouTube creates, exactly. So YouTube creates who it is that they want to be the stars on YouTube. They promote them. They it's like it's pay for play here. So what's on these landing pages, Styles? I want to hear this. Listen, I've had to start putting more ads inside my videos because it's getting ridiculous here on YouTube. It's getting ridiculous. I'm trying to see what Styles is saying. I don't see the answer to the landing page thing. Okay. So no, listen, don't get me wrong. There is money on YouTube. There is money on YouTube. But YouTube really controls who makes money and who doesn't. So it's like you can, like, if you take a look, like, just look through my videos. I haven't had any videos that have so they'll keep you in a certain box, right? Like YouTube controls how many views your video will get, how many people will see your video. They allow you to get outside of that box if you're talking about certain things, so certain topics. that, yeah, that girl, that girl is, that girl, the van, quote unquote van girl, that's a lie. That her page is a lie. It's really, it's getting really ridiculous on YouTube. Like, look through my videos. My videos haven't gotten more than, like, the most that my videos will get is 10,000 views. And you really can't make money on YouTube with 10,000 views. Like, I used to get views before they changed this algorithm thing, but, and so, yeah, like, there's something strange in the sauce here at YouTube. There's something strange in the sauce, something very, very peculiar. Okay. All I know is that with the algorithm, there's something peculiar going on because you can't really, like, okay, so look, so I'll look through my videos for the past, let's see, okay. So YouTube will tell you what your average video view will be, right? And they will keep you in that average. It's so bizarre. Like my videos do not break, like I've only had, like, in the past few months I've only had two videos break 10,000. Like my videos just here, and I know that YouTube is doing something, because I know YouTube is doing something because the same video on Facebook will have hundreds of thousands of views. Like the video that I did with Derek Jackson and Jess Hilarious, that video has 2 million views on Facebook. But on YouTube, let me see. That same video with Jess Hilarious in it, I'm gonna tell you right now. So it has 52,000 views on YouTube, and that video was not approved for monetization on YouTube. It was not approved for monetization. So the video has 52,000 views, but can't make any money because it wasn't approved for monetization. So it's like, a lot of people are making money selling lip gloss and eyelashes on Instagram. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah. So look, I mean, if you look at my videos, like I'll put up a video that'll still get only 1,000 views on it. So like the videos that I've gotten that have broken over, and celebrities, stuff that I don't want to be reporting on celebrities and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm saying. People aren't getting notifications. People are not seeing my videos. I have 160,000 people on my YouTube page. How come each one of my videos doesn't get at least half of that? People subscribe to my channel, and there's no point in subscription if you don't, and even if you turn on the notifications, don't even get the notifications. So, Dr. Boyce, so what is different? So you're talking, so hold on, is he doing like a personal service that does text? So then why do some channels give out notifications and other channels don't? Like people are constantly saying that they don't get my notifications even though they've signed up for them. And you all don't think that that's fishy? So is the text, Oh, you have to do this yourself. So people would sign up for it. Uh-huh. Interesting, interesting. All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. All right. So Nara's saying I get notifications for your channel. I just started watching. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay. I wonder how he set that up and who he set that up through. That gives the I don't know how to do text notifications for YouTube videos. Celebrity gossip channels provide constant notifications. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like celebrity gossip channels do really well on YouTube. Like there's some like the money is astronomical. Like there's people who are making money on YouTube. There are people who are making money on YouTube. I'm talking $30,000, $70,000 a month. A month. Not a year, a month. So there are some people who are doing really, really well and some people just aren't. I'll Google it. Yeah, I have a mailing list too. There's however okay, so they keep the audience small, only contacting people who constantly tune in. Okay, so I just Googled this, how to send text notifications for YouTube videos. Oh shit. Oh, excuse my language. There is something out there. There is something out there. Hold on. There is something out there. Let's see what this is. If this is something that I could get people to sign up for, or if this is something for you to receive yourself. All right. How interesting. So this is something I need to, I'm going to contact this company tomorrow because if we can get that done, that would that would change so much. I could just tell people to just sign up for that. And that way you just get the notifications and it looks like it sends it out. It looks like it sends it out automatically. So I'm going to actually I can send them a message now. Yeah, thank you, Siles. I appreciate that. They have a contact page out of I could take it out of YouTube's hands for how many people see my videos. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sweating. This page is loading slow. I'm sorry I called some of you old and dried up earlier. I was just joking. I was just joking. I was just joking. They want me to log in and create an account to submit a message. So I'll leave this page open and I will. Here's my book. This is my personal book that I write in. I love this book so much. This book is such it helps me so much. Like I get overwhelmed And this book helped me put things in perspective. It helped me. It still helps me. All right, so let me get off of here, and then mods can share a reminder message during live chats. Well, so the way that this thing works is an action spurs the notification. So when X happens, Z happens. So it's not like I'm sending them out. It's automated so that when a new video is uploaded or a new live is started, the person gets a notification that this has happened. Yay! Sue got her book. Did you get it from me or from Amazon? I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Oh, if I wasn't feeling so sticky, I would stay on long, but I feel so sticky. You got it from Amazon? Oh, wonderful. Make sure you leave a review on Amazon with your experience, how the book is working for you. I'm gonna go. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll do a video. I'm back on the road again tomorrow. I'm driving closer to Los Angeles. So, I'm gonna sleep so good tonight. All right. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. I wish you all sweet dreams. Support yourself and my channel. Order your self-love affirmations workbook. How come the camera's not adjusting? There it is. Order your self-love affirmations. Amazon ships it Prime, and I autograph it. So I don't have a video set up for tomorrow. Maybe we'll go live tomorrow. I don't have a video. So I didn't record a video today because I was out at the laundromat all day trying to get all of these clothes washed. And because you know what, I want to wash my comforter. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm too tired to really fix up my bed right now. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I have to do something because I got to get my pillowcase on. Hopefully after I shower, I'll have more energy. Because I'm so tired right now. I'm so, so tired. I'm so, 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 so tired. All right. I will see you all in tomorrow's video. Peace, everyone. Peace. Good night.